feeling overwhelmed on what to do next? What's the first step? What do? It's simple. Just give us a call. At Excite Media Los Angeles, we specialize in professional website development. For over 14 years, we have created well over 1,000 custom online experiences. From small businesses to enterprise, we can handle projects of any size. Need a mobile app? Want your site to do something unique? Looking to revamp and revive your existing site? We've got you covered. For more information, visit our website at xmla.com or call us at 818-985-2464. Excite Media Los Angeles, Web Development.
Don't forget to subscribe to our iTunes podcast. Simply visit our shows page and select your favorite show, or search for your favorite show in iTunes.
We want you to take the shows with you, so subscribe to our podcast at iTunes or tune in live every Friday.
Norman's Rare Guitars.
You can now hear this show on multiple stations around the world. Thank you to our many partner stations and syndicates. Welcome, motherfuckers, to the biggest, baddest, most hardcore show online. This show is so fucking metal, you can cut your worthless wrist with each note. Get ready for the host of this angry parade of fury, the Silverback.
Welcome back to S.F.V. This is Silverback, and you're listening to Full Volume. In case you guys missed me last week, we had some technical difficulties of another breed, but we are back indeed. We are coming back full strength, full offensive, and as always, full volume. I got a number of things on my mind this week, guys. I gotta be honest with you. There's some crazy shit going down out there, and I definitely want to talk a little bit more about that. But in the meantime, if you guys are just tuning in and you've never previously experienced this show, I'll give you a quick breakdown. Number 1, this is S.F.V. We're representing San Fernando Valley in California, Los Angeles. In case you didn't know it existed. My name is Silverback, or that's how they call me. And I prefer to keep it that way because far too many people might come trying to find me if they knew my real name. Besides that, this show is about repping everything from the San Fernando Valley that I'm into, man. And that is basically tattoo culture. We got heavy metal music, which is my personal favorite. And I'll play everything across the board. You name it. It's going to get played one way or the other out here. If it sounds good, I'm playing it. And besides that, I'm covering local bands. I'm doing, just basically anything that has to do with the Valley. I'm repping it. And if you guys got something that you want to show the world and you're from the San Fernando Valley, by all means, come on in. If you're not, hey, we're always available here, man. You want to touch base with us and maybe run some of your music by us. If you want to come on the show, I'm all ears. You're going to want to contact x@xmla.com. Going forward, we're going to, we're going to be playing some music tonight as usual. Some of my favorites. We got, a couple from Flood the Sun because they got a couple that are possibly apropos for the night, as well as Aurora. Their song Elysium is also striking a note in my little notebook of things I want to cover tonight. Before anything else, some of my newest fans, and I am big fans of them as well. You may not have heard of them, but I have every confidence that going forward, you will know them all too well. This is a big old what's up and big respect to the Twisted family. I want to say what's up to Revy. You the man. We've been covering some major points, and you guys will be meeting these dudes soon. Of course, I want to say what's up to Loveless as well, and Terminal. The King. And there's a couple others that I'm forgetting right now, and I'm sure it'll come to me, but don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you. In fact, Reevy will be coming on with me to rep the Twisted family, and these guys are hardcore, man. You may not know them, but if you do, you know what I'm talking about, and if you don't, then I can basically put it to you like this. Don't fuck with it. Just don't. All right? They ain't nothing to fuck with. That's all I can tell you. In the meantime, we got this one. Prophecy of War from Dead and Dying, man. I gotta turn it up a little bit. Let's get this groove going, man. And I got a drink because my co-host here doesn't have much to say. He speaks for himself. So say hello to Jack Daniels. You may know him. You may have heard of him. He is my best friend at times, and he's fresh too, fresh out of the bottle. So let's do this, people. It's S.F.V.
Listen closely to the hypocrisy. Prisoners of war, straight off the streets. Prophecy of war. Leading his country. prophecy of war. Train on the streets. This is a prophecy of war. Train on the streets. Right up the street.
Welcome back to S.F.V, man. As I said before, Twisted Family, you are so dope, dude. I love you guys. Love what you're doing out there. I know you guys are catching a lot of flack, but there is strength in numbers, man. And speaking of which, we have a caller. Let's take this call and see what's happening, man. All right. Somebody answer this sucker. Where's it at? Where's it at? Oh, we got it? Yeah? Oh, producer, in effect. There it is. Thank you. From the other side of the world. Answer. Oh. Oh, no. Didn't happen. No. Well, I'm not going to bother being surprised about that. But if you've seen the show before, you wouldn't be either. In fact, that may have been my special guest. I don't even know. Super special guest. Oh, no, it wasn't. It was oh, that's just this asshole I know he's trying to get through. Yeah, well, we'll take the call if he calls back, but if not, then we'll keep the volume up and we'll keep the home fires burning for you, buddy. Besides that, this is another track. Oh, what do we have here? What do I do? What do we do?
Yo!
What the fuck, Tool?
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey. Are you in the? You know what? I'm gonna turn down the music on you a little bit. Oh, how's that? How's that taste? Ooh.
Yeah, that works good, man.
Oh.
How's the show going, brother?
Oh, it's going well. In fact, you may have heard of the Twisted Family as well. And I just threw a quickie shout out there to all our friends. Far and wide, they are all over the place, to be honest with you, but to some of the core members and all the fans that are listening out there, because I know the family's been tuning you guys in and turning you on to what we're doing out here on the West Coast. I ain't even gonna say best coast, but what I will say is that we're loving what you guys are about, and so for those of you who haven't figured it out just yet, Tool Ranchla is on the line. What's cracking, homeboy?
What's up, everybody? Hey, I want to give a shout out to the family too, man, because I'm part of it, and you know what?
Hold on, let me
It's a
slurp my
wonderful
drink in the
family.
mic a little closer next time. Oh man,
That's
wish you could be here, man.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, but you know what? Bittersweet Memories is what this one is about. And actually, I would just say Sweet Memories. You know, Tool and I. You know, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna give you your little soapbox there, buddy. Go ahead and talk to who you want, how you want, when you want.
Good enough, man. Well, you know what? I mean, listen, you and I have had some incredible times, doing the Gorilla Cookie radio show. We each went, our individual ways, but not really, because we were both co-hosts no matter what. So
That really
we had
didn't
some
work
great
out the
times.
way we thought it would, did it?
No,
We're
it
like,
didn't. And it wasn't done by our own fruition. I mean, it was actually coached along the way to make it like that, which was
And-
kind of a shame. But
Hey, nah,
we
well,
did
yes
it.
and no. I mean, we were against it, and then we were with it. And then as soon as we got with it, we're like, well, it's just not the same without it. So we
yeah.
may as well we'll just do two shows. I mean, Who are we kidding?
Yeah.
We could
Well,
do a show every day, man. We could do a show every single day. I mean, I have no question
we
that
do a show like every day, and we don't necessarily have to be on
we
the
actually
air,
do
man.
like
I'm
almost
telling
an 8 to 10 hour show every day, don't we? I mean, yeah,
It's
okay. So
nonstop.
maybe we're dredging up old material like old girlfriends. You know what I mean? You got to ring it for what it's worth sometimes. But I'll tell you, we flash back all the time to some of the stuff that we've done. We watch the podcasts we watch the recorded streaming video coming out of Excite Studios here. And props to our studio master Mike, and or otherwise known as Goss 10. And besides that, we got a couple other contributors to our technical savvy as it stands. We're having very little difficulty with the telephones as a whole. I mean, we figured that one out in one shot. So and it might have just come down to not actually answering the phone on time, because I'm so
Or maybe-
freaking
maybe
retarded
you're
and
lucky
lazy.
today.
I didn't even want to answer it. In fact, it's on my peripheral vision over here, so I don't even want to skip away from what I'm trying to keep track of on this end of things.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, Studio Master Mike, what's going on over here with the recording devices? Are we good there? I don't know. Doesn't look like it's actually recording. I don't know. Well, anyways, this is a live stream, and certainly certain people out there are catching up on what's new, and with me and Tool, we are continuing to harvest each other's brains for little morsels of entertainment that we pass along to you, the end user, and at the very very least, we shall return at some future date. But in the meantime, technical difficulties have overridden our desire to do things for you, the people, and that's okay, because we still, the way I see it is we're just, we're like incubating our partnership. We're just kind of taking care of it, so that, and that's why you're here, man, and that's why I'm glad you're here, actually, because, really, outside of my either mute, possibly deaf mute, and or just stoically silent co-host Jack Daniels over here, there's just not a lot of banter between us. It's not the same. I mean, yes, he does facilitate banter, but he does not create it on his own right. So, I have, in other words, it's just like throwing fuel on the fire. I'm already a jabberjaw as it is. Then you get the you throw a little bit of this fine, Tennessee sour mash whiskey, this old favorite of mine, into the mix, and it's like, it's like napalm. You know what I mean? Or like a,
of course,
a Tommy burger.
And then,
but afterwards,
it definitely helps the creative juices get to where they need to be. And then you have someone like me that essentially can, jump into the mix of it, man, and it gets all kind of fun. And in fact, let me tell you, dude, and I want to, because you were stating some pretty, very relevant things, and I do want everyone to know that, obviously, despite the fact that I'm not sitting right there, right next to you, I mean, dude, it's inevitable. There's the chemistry that's already there, it's built in. The fan base, as you can tell just by looking at the Toolshed site and the Silverback site. I mean, listen, man, people love what we do, and just by talking, even in public, you get people that are just they're voyeuristic towards what we're saying, and we have this
bunch of freaks is what they are, right?
Well, of course, but I mean, we attract
people, hey, all you
we're
crazy bitches out there sending all those naked pictures, man. Hey, send them to me. What's up? What the hell? God, dude.
I've said that before, man. It's crazy. It's I don't need to go to XTube or some kind of porno site. All I have to do is open my Facebook, and I'm good.
Right?
Yeah. Hey, it's flattering. Hey, listen, I'm encouraging it.
Right.
And that's perfectly fine, because it really shows that not only do people appreciate the fact that we have good banter, we have great conversations, but for some reason, I guess I'm sexually attractive too. So
Wrong.
Yeah, can't
It's
blame me for that.
sexual attraction by association, dude. Let's not kid ourselves.
Is that what it is? They're going through me to get to you.
It's as you say.
It's on the Silverback.
You encourage it, and I simply don't, because I just I mean, because for everyone
right.
that's probably relatively
I
normal.
You're right.
Yeah, exactly. You facilitate it. So therefore here's it, dude. This is what I love. Okay, so it's taken us a second to get into it, and actually I have to apologize because you do not have the benefit of the bottle of booze that I have here to aid in your facilitating your your banter, but that's okay. I'll carry it, and you do as you do.
I'm getting a contact high, so I mean, even over the phone, man.
That's very possible. It's very, very possible, actually. I have no doubt that I'm gonna have 3 full drinks out of this 16-ounce glass, and I'm only gonna use 1 12-ounce can of Coke to do it. So, you guys do the math. And how dare you call me an alcoholic? I'm going to throw this one in. There's only. Oh, see, I wish I hadn't let that one slip through my fingers. But there's only 40 seconds left in this next song, and I think that it is apropos, being that we are on the that we're on the subject anyways. That I put this next one in. It's called The People's Whiskey. It's from a band called Alley. And I think that's it's apropos, and it's a short one, so it doesn't even matter. I'm going to turn it up for a quick minute, and then you and I can get back to doing what we can do. And I'm going to resurrect the song that's playing right now, actually, because I don't know how that one slipped through my fingers, but it's all good. I'm going to put it back in. But in the meantime, here's The People's Whiskey from Alley.
Doing some thinking, life decided that I'm better off alone. Shots at random got me feeling stranded in the alleyway between the bar and home. Long nights come and long nights pass, but in the long run I'm bound to come at last. So I keep drinking until I quit thinking and make my way home through the city of trash. In the alley something ain't quite right. Shadows on the walls playing tricks with my eyes. Sirens sound off in the dead of the night. In the alley where my home died. It's been a long time and it's been coming. One for the bad guys, but I still have nothing. 10-year frustration, it's got me pacing. So I say fuck it and I head out on my own. Out the front door.
All right, well, you get the idea, man. I'm not, I'll be honest. I'm not the hugest fan of that upbeat, I don't even know what you'd call that, psychobilly or whatever. But it doesn't matter. The People's Whiskey is the People's Whiskey, and I am the People's Whiskey, apparently, because even just speaking to you through this microphone, if Tool is getting a contact high, being the drunk that he is, it must be good. It must be good. So get a little closer to your speakers if you need, people. I'll admit, that Tool is probably in closer proximity to 99.99537269595% of you, but there's still got to be some kind of residual. Son of a bitch, my goddamn song just slipped through my fingers again. So I'm going to reset this one because it's bitchin', and you people deserve it because it is that freaking awesome. All right, so this one next is Elysium. And I think this one, I'm going to use this one to kick off the next subject that I want to talk about. And I gotta give Tool a little bit of time to also throw it out there. His people and all the friends that have helped us along the way. Because from this point forward, this may be how we're doing it. It's all good. Maybe if we had a little bit better internet connection where he was at currently, we might be doing things differently. But again, to my producer Mike out there in the big studio, offices and whatnot, he's doing his thing. That close up of the Jack Daniels, honestly, it made me start to drool a little bit. In the meantime, this one is Elysium, and the song is called For the Broken. So let's just flash back for 1 second. All right, turn up the music and rock it. Bam.
Forgive me, Father, for I am Forgive me, Father, for I am.
All right, that was my version. That was actually a Gorillaz version of Mixing Out on that track, and it completely blew. But I don't care. It doesn't matter. What I wanted you guys to get a quick taste of was the intro. The intro. It's hardcore right off the bat. Yeah, you recognize that much, I'm sure. Tool, you still with me?
I am with you, man.
All right, man. Don't be a pussy. Let's go forward. All right. Tool Ranchula, my partner in crime. And, I said it one time. In fact, I used to laugh to myself because there was a point in one of the previous Gorilla Cookie radio shows that I said, I introduced Tool one night as it went something along the lines of my for now and in the future and forevermore illustrious guest host or co-host Tool Ranchula. And after the fact, after we kind of parted ways and decided to do our own thing, I had to kind of laugh at that, how sometimes we say things and never knowing what the future might hold. Wow, that was fucking stellar segue into what I really want to talk about. And in case you guys didn't catch it, Elysium, For the Broken, breaks in with "Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned." I don't consider myself a very religious person, so don't get the wrong idea. I am not a preacher, okay? In fact, to put yourself in the position of anybody who's trying to tell you not only how to live your life, but almost without any sort of self-recognition of their own. Oh, what the hell? No, I'm not doing that one again. Oh, here we go. Wait, I got a new one. There we go. There it is. And this one is called "You Are the Dead" from Hidden Among Us. It's also a pretty hardcore one. I'm going to turn it up here for a second. And also, just one of several that I've been able to pull out of the archives for an apropos segue into a very serious sort of subject that I'm only just starting to break ground on. In fact, my conviction to this effort is so strong, and I believe that Tool is with me on this. Are you not?
I am.
Thank you for that, man. I'm going to put that down for 1 second and get real with people. This is an interesting subject, and also one that is going to need a cultivation. I have no intention of breaking into it that quickly or dropping a bomb on anybody's version of reality, because everybody has one. And not everybody is exposed to the same sort of things that Tool and I are on a regular basis. We are in a position to not only cater to, but also be bombarded by various forms of media and other things that I'm sure any of you could probably tap into on some level out there. Even not being in a position like Tool and I have been and still currently are. But, these things can affect you.
Yeah.
Whether or not we choose to acknowledge how much they affect us, they do. And I think that the underlying nature of the subject that I'm, currently seeking to develop this understanding between myself, my listeners, and of course Tool at my side, my boy. We want to push forward with this idea because it's not about conspiracy. It's not about the things that we've seen or done, nor about whatever any of you out there in the vast reaches of the internet and radio,
And
broadcast, and other various forms. I mean, however which way you are hearing my voice now, however which way you are influenced by the things that I'm saying to you, I can only hope is for the positive. And that is not to say that I am an angel, nor are you, and I don't care. That's not the point. The point is how far underneath that little veneer of I'm a badass, I'm a scary motherfucker because I put a bunch of crazy shit up on the internet, I talk a bunch of shit to people, blah, 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 blah. Nobody's scared of you, really. I mean, because at this point, most of us have been down that road enough times to say, hey, listen, you're probably just some little 14-year-old kid up in your mom's basement being a little douchebag. And that's fine. That's fine. I mean, you want to, we all know the type. I mean, listen, if you've been on YouTube, you've all seen it in the comments. These little motherfuckers. I hate these little assholes. In fact, I got something for you if you even think about trying to talk shit to me. But in the meantime, this is something that completely is without merit. You are all scum of the earth so far as I'm concerned, but you may just not be mature enough to say anything intelligent enough to make yourself heard, and therefore you choose to antagonize and deride other people for their efforts and their creativity. And this almost has nothing to do with what I'm talking about, only maybe just to raise the awareness of maybe a certain segment of our listenership, or of people who just generally intend to do harm, whether by their comments or by their judgment or by their
Lying,
hall
fictitious
monitor sort of mentality. I don't like what you're doing. Therefore, you're done. I'm going to shut you down. I'm going to be the one that says, enough is enough. You put way too much, vulgarity out there for innocent women and children to see, and therefore I'm putting my foot down and I'm going to stamp you out like the disease that you are. Tool Ranchula, you may know something of this.
I do. I've recently experienced that. Shall I
This is not
elaborate?
no. Personal business is personal business. This is not about that. This is about something way bigger. And I mean, look, I'm steadily creeping towards the thing that I really want to get at. And I can only hope that my pontification at this point hasn't turned people off, because we're only about half an hour into this thing, and I got a hell of a lot more to go. In fact, if you actually get the premise of this whole story out of me by the time it hits the 9 o'clock hour, you'll be lucky. And that is because the nature of the thing itself is so sensitive. Yeah. What? Say again?
No, I was just going to say we have to close in on the point here sooner or later. So
No,
hopefully
we don't have to
before 9
close in
o'clock
on the point. Maybe we could just drag it out, man. And it's not because it's not because I'm trying to attract any sort of sensationalism. I don't give a shit. To be honest with you, this is something that is so insidious and so close to all of you, any of you who are listening out there right now, that you may not even know it. You may have heard of it, but you may not know it. And it's not, again, it's only something that you might actually turn around and say, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know exactly what you're talking about. You can feel it. That's the thing.
Oh, yeah.
You have to be in tune. Maybe I'll start with that. You have to be in tune. Keep that in mind. That's important. Keep your eyes open. Start thinking. Start giving credence to those feelings that are building up inside of you. You know what I mean? And I don't mean feelings about your girlfriend. I don't mean feelings about, your family or your... Well, it all plays into that, yes. But just as an aggregate, how do you feel about what you see out there in the great big world that we all have is almost at a click's distance from us, wherever we are? We see it, but maybe we don't. We feel it, but maybe we ignore it. We know we don't want it. We know it's not good for us, but we don't know why. What is it? It's something that even as I speak... Are you
asking me?
Oh, Tool, this is something that... Look, you and I are already on the same page, so I really don't even know.
Right, because you do know.
Mike, where is my recording? What's going on with that? I'm not seeing my numbers ticking off. This is an interesting conversation. I think the people should hear it. And it's not a conspiracy. And it has absolutely nothing to do with the reason why Tool isn't here anymore. It has nothing to do with Excite Radio. We love these guys. They're, no harm done. No harm done. This is about something bigger. And in fact, it affects them as well. And they will be on our, same page as well. Because really it's about, protecting the ones that we love and care about, right?
Well, that's what you think.
Well, it is. Because the only one that, I mean, initially what you think is that you're out there to protect yourself. But when you really think about it, it's about all of us. It's about every single thing that we do. It's about the people that are making decisions for us without us knowing. It's about the people that are completely oblivious to, the idea that somebody could be manipulating you in a way that doesn't even register, because it's taking place on such a subtle level over such a long period of time that you don't even have any concept of its effect on you. You think you think that things are just going on along the way that they've always gone, and but really it's not. And that is what I mean by being awake. Acknowledging the fact that we've got a very serious need going forward to be very diligent in recognizing what it is that's affecting us, whatever that may be. And not many people, this is the age of technology. People don't do anything out of let's say the fear of the unknown, the unseen. You know what I mean? There is no sort of immediate reaction or consequence to offending the universe in any way. Right? Some people talk about, in other words, what is the difference between somebody, and this is just a comparison, right? A figurative comparison. What's the difference between somebody who believes in God, right, devoutly, and somebody who believes in karma? What the fuck is karma?
Well,
that actually raises a funny point, and that's another one that I want to get that I'm just going to throw out there is what people do know about karma is that ultimately karma is a bitch, right? Because
it is an absolute 100% bitch.
Right, exactly. And the first time that not the first time that I ever heard it, but certainly the first time that phrase really sunk in on a level that I had to step back from and say, shit, that is way more true than most people give it credit for, right? But instead, I made a joke.
Without a doubt.
I made a joke.
If
I said,
you are a good person and you do the things in your life that aren't going to directly affect somebody else, and you have the best of intentions, I don't think you have so much of a problem. But if you have those evil ways, let's just say, that are meant to affect someone negatively, I think that you have a lot of karma coming your way.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. The idea that in other words, it could almost be related to manifest destiny. I suppose you could look at it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because of in other words, our bodies, and this is something that I've started to believe more and more over time, is that our bodies are a conduit of energy. And regardless of whether that energy is light or dark, positive or negative, whether we choose to affect people in a vindictive or, otherwise negative manner is our own choice. You know, we choose to do these things, and a lot of times people have been subjected to a number of very negative environments, negative people. You know, the examples are innumerable. There's so many. There's so many examples of how people have been affected by their you know, poor environment, or, you know, other people that seek to cause them harm, right? And so how do they react? How do they act out towards others because of that? Negatively. It's all they've ever come to know.
Yeah.
It's their defense.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, of course.
Well, that same energy
I think
works against
you know,
those.
we do things for our own benefit. You know, and I think that we always look out for number one. But if that has to do with putting someone else in harm's way, or you know, making someone out to be what they're really not, certainly it falls in the line of karma coming to you as well.
Right. And right now, actually, I just wanted to throw out a quick one to Pig Money. They were our West Coast metal band winner of 2013. I believe it was that long ago anyways. It was last year. It was creeping up on the end of the year, but it was definitely last year. Pig Money won our West Coast Challenge, Heavy Metal Challenge, against 10 other bands up against the Sunset Island Music Group, who we officially denounce. And so fuck you guys. But other than that, Pig Money, and this one is called Slave to Nothing. And again, just another in the lineup of songs that I think is all leading to the end of what I'm coming to. And I think I'm gonna just throw this one out here. I mean, who knows? There could be, I can't even do that right now because Tarantula's on the line. I can't throw out the number because if you call in, well, actually, let's see if there's some response.
Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
let's
and
see.
I can
I'll
always
hang
call
up
back
on
in.
you.
I'm
I don't
here
care.
at the ready.
Hey, I can carry this sucker, and you can call back in. In fact, I'll call you. Screw it. I don't care. You know. Well, yeah. So this is S.F.V.
I'll call back.
Yeah, exactly. You could always do that. Your phone. It's not like they're gonna take your phone away from you.
Right.
Okay. So this is Silverback. You're listening to S.F.V. And we are in the exciteradio.com studios. And we want to... I just want you guys to maybe just suck it up for a second and say, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Let's do this, you know? Call in 213-973-2977. And, maybe you don't. But if you think you do, let me know. Because I really think that once you get on this level, the questions start to sort of disappear. It's more of an energy than it is a thought, Yep. And if your energy is like my energy, I don't need to say anything to you. You already know. Most people do. That's the funny thing, is the conversations that I've had lately with certain people, you don't even need to say much. They're already there.
You know by their tone. I think that's a good indicator of the direction of the conversation.
You're exactly right. As I take another sip of my drink, exactly. And the thing is that certain people are, I think, connected to themselves enough on an emotional level that they can do that. They can automatically see and understand what it is that you're talking about before you even really have to express it, because they've been there and they know that there's only so many things that are going to get you to that point. And I'm not saying that if any of you out there are questioning yourselves that could this be the mind works in a very, very strange way. In other words, have you ever had an experience, and I'm just going to ask this openly, but of course you can respond to it, Tool. Have you ever had an experience where somebody uses this sort of it's a psychological trick, okay, where you say to them, you know, they approach you and they need your help, or they want to tell you something, and you don't know who they are, you don't know where they came from, you don't know why, but because you are that sort of person, you listen to them, and they tell you something pretty crazy. You know what I mean? They tell you that they're in danger, or they tell you that you know, they need your help somehow or another. And of course, you know, anybody who's got half a brain is initially, you know, skeptical. This person could be trying to take advantage of me. This person could be anybody. They could be trying to take me for the biggest ride of my life. You don't know.
Right.
And nobody ever really does. I mean, you know, the nicest guy in the world could turn out to be Ted Bundy. And the people that Ted Bundy ate found that out the hard way, right? I mean, well, anyways, not case, right? But probably a nice guy initially. And so, yeah, again, if you have half of a brain, initially you are skeptical of anybody who approaches you in that sense. But once they start telling you certain things and check marks start checking off in your head, and you're like, yeah, I can see how that, I can see that, you know, certain things start piecing together, and you're wondering, why me? You're already asking yourself this question, right? Long before they've ever started asking you. Or you know, or trying to tell you the question, or asking them, excuse me. You're asking yourself long time before. In other words, you're really more listening to yourself talk to yourself, like, what's going on in here? I don't know. Could it be this? Could it be that? Blah, blah, blah. You're so, you know, you're almost paranoid, but not, because you know you're not crazy. It's just like, why is this happening right now? So you'd go through this process, and at the end of the process, you ask, why me? Why are you coming to me right now? And they say, don't you know? And
been there.
What does that do? The manipulation that is present in that statement alone is like it's all consuming, because you've already sat there and wondered to yourself and answered your own question in a certain way. For instance, why is this person doing this to me, or approaching me out of everybody that they could possibly come up to? Is because I'm different. I'm special in a way, right? We all want to believe it.
It is an energy that we release, and you know, I think that we feel, you know, we're more connected to certain people than others, and that goes without saying. But you want to have faith in humankind that people are going to do the right thing. So if someone does need help, your first reaction, at least my first reaction, is, if I can do it, I'll do it.
Right.
That's my thought.
What? That you'll take advantage of somebody? You piece of shit.
No. That'll help them out if they're in a predicament. Yeah.
And the thing is, for instance, I believe this happened just the other day, as a matter of fact, where, you know, somebody, I was pulling out of a parking lot or some such, and somebody was walking along the sidewalk, and when I realized that as the cars are coming my way and I'm not going to be able to get out before he, you know, is ultimately in a position to walk in front of my car, I do the right thing and I back up, right? You remember this? And I wave at the guy, I say, hey, sorry about that, and it was like I was talking to a freaking wall. I mean, no response, no eye contact, no, you know, I was being nice. Totally nice. Why the hell would I back up for you, you piece of crap? Except for the fact that I am a decent human being. Right? But now you've just officially vindicated, you've essentially
Validated.
you validated the reason why. I now think that the vast majority of people are straight up assholes.
Correct.
We live in LA. It is well known that most people here don't even know who their own neighbor is. They don't even know. When I was growing up, it was different. I mean, all the neighbors, I'm talking the whole damn street came out.
Same here.
Hung out
Same here.
on
We
the
knew
street,
all the
drank
neighborhood kids
wine,
got
all
together,
the
we all played.
adults. Right. We know this. I mean, it's present in places. I won't, I'm not trying to say that this is something that has been swept under the rug and will probably never be seen again. I'm sure it still exists.
Right.
I'm sure it does. In places where communities are stronger. In places where not everybody is a freaking stranger. In places where you grew up here. And I fucking grew up here. So if you're listening out there, understand that this S.F.V behind me represents a lot more than just, this is where I'm from, man. This is where I live. This is where I was born, and this is probably where I'm going to die. And if not, it'll be by somebody else's hand. But the fact is, I love this place. I don't want to go anywhere. And
It's
if
not
you don't
the
respect
shithole of
that, then
America,
fuck you. But
as it's been referred to in the past, it's actually not. It's a great place to live.
Oh,
Wonderful
yeah.
people.
Hey, Ivan DePrume, dude, we love you, don't we? We don't say anything, dude. I get it. I know why you don't like it. Why you don't like it, because you like killing chickens or something. Either way, you're no, you're a good guy. You're a good guy. No, Ivan DePrume, now currently involved with the guys, Anderson, Anderson, and formerly the drummer of White Zombie. We had a great interview with him back in the Gorilla Cookie days, and he's a super dude. I really like that guy. Yeah, no, he is. And I asked him a question in case anybody doesn't know. What do you think of the San Fernando Valley? Ivan DePrume, what do you think of the San Fernando Valley? Go ahead, Tool.
It's the shithole of America. We should get the fuck out of here as fast as we can. It's not fit to live.
Touche, sir. Touche.
There are people living here, and they're doing actually quite well. But, that's one person's opinion. So
right.
And as high up on the stature as he may be, given he's.
I'm gonna put this one. I'm gonna put this one on real quick, dude. I'm gonna put this one on real quick. Not that we even have to listen to it necessarily, but this one's called Lakeside View, because where was he from? Toluca Lake or something? Something
like that. Yeah.
It was like he was central. I can't remember. It was either Toluca Lake or
Valley Village, was it?
Valley Village. Oh shit! I gotta know. The Lakeside View doesn't even do it. Anyways, I don't want to listen to a song called Word Painter. Oh, what the hell? That's wrong band. Wrong band. Fuck you. Here, I'll put on You'll Get Yours from Razor Cut for saying that about the San Fernando Valley. You bastard. But in the meanwhile, Ivan DePrume, he's an awesome guy, and I got nothing against him for saying that the place that I was born in, the place that I took my first breath in is the biggest shithole in America. But some of us love it, and the reason is, here's a song for me, right? Made for This. That's right. I'll take You'll Get Yours off of there from Razor Cut. I'm gonna put on Made for This by Iridescence. Oh, that sounds lame too, but anyway, doesn't matter. Made for This, and I was made for this. I don't feel like going away, man. I don't want to. That's all there is to it. I could be happier somewhere else, possibly, but it's about the connections that I've got here. You know what I mean? I'm close enough to what's happening here to know that when things start to change and when I start seeing things that I don't like, I know it because I've been here that long. I see things.
Yep.
And I don't even, I could honestly, being that we are so interconnected on so many levels these days through social media and other various forms of communication, where I don't have to wonder whether or not you're saying something or not. I know that you're saying it because I'm looking right at your face. I'm having a phone conversation with you from across the planet. On the other side of the world, I can see your face and I know what you mean because I'm looking in your eyes and I know it. And that is the point. You gotta really, dude, stop being such an asshole. If somebody says hello to you or, hey, how you doing? Say hello back. Respond. I don't care if you say, hey, you know what, leave me alone. At least you respond. Yeah. Everybody is entitled to their privacy. I'm not saying that everybody has to be so damn chipper and, in such a great mood. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is stop being such an asshole. You guys need to respond, and you know who I'm talking about because you're the one. You're thinking to yourself, wow, all those nice people that said hey to me and I didn't respond to them because either I think I'm too cool or because I was too nervous or because I think, because I hate Filipino people, whatever. It doesn't matter. Respond. It's a human interaction is what it is. And it's something that...
When someone wants to do something kind for you and it goes undone, you're just creating another you.
Exactly. Okay. Wow. That's great. Thank you for saying that. This is a belief that I have, is that it's a touch. That thing, I call it, it's where it's the point at which you touch somebody else in a way without ever needing to necessarily physically touch them, but you do touch them. And the way that you touch them affects them in a way where they become like you. And it ain't good. Because if you touch somebody without touching them, and you've done that in such a way that isn't specifically geared towards making them feel good or feel better or feel like there's someone else out there that actually acknowledge their existence. I mean, look, I have lots of friends. I have no issues, with interacting with people on any level. And if I had half the people in my life that I do right now, I would still have far more than a lot of others. And I think that's the problem, is that there's so many people out there that really don't have that kind of connection with a lot of people for whatever reason, their circumstances, their emotional state. You name it. There's a reason for every individual who's affected or living their life in that way. But interaction is what makes us human. And if I say something to you, whether it's positive, negative, whatever, but at least it's human, like you can see it coming from a place that you might appreciate if you were in my shoe steps or in my shoes, standing in my shoes, you're experiencing my human experience.
Your truth.
You are a human being still. But if I say, hey, sorry, man. Sorry I put my truck in the way of your path. I'm so sorry that and this isn't even an apology. What it is respect. To apologize to somebody is respect. And if I respect you enough, I'll apologize to you in a way that says, I'm not your bitch, but I'm doing this because you're a human being and I think you deserve that respect. I can retract it if I like. Man. I can retract that. Do you want me to retract that? Say nothing. I dare you.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you're listening out there, take my words for serious, okay? Because I may start acting out on that. I might get out of my car and smack your stupid face and tell you, wake up, asshole. I'm speaking to you. And if you don't react to me, you're not a human being. And if you're not a human being, then you are a cancer. Right?
Yep. Correct.
You don't belong here.
Correct. 100%
You don't
correct.
belong here. You're not a human being. Something else has a hold of you.
100% correct.
Yes.
That kills me.
I know that.
Kills me when yeah, that kills me when I encounter the same kind of situations. And I've dealt with this before too. Even simply walking by someone, even if it's a nod or a smile, like, hey, as you see that person straight facing you and walks right by you, after you know that they're making eye contact with you, fucking say something, man.
Right. And
Really?
you know what?
You're
Pretty
not
girls
gonna
of the
say,
world,
you know,
pretty girls of the world, I fully get it, man. If you don't want to touch, if you don't want to be harassed by Tarantula because he's staring at your eyes and then your boobs and then your eyes,
Right.
I
That's
understand.
typically how-
I understand that. It's not, hey, let's all just be friends. There's fucked up people out there, man. There's a lot of people out there that are not right. Let's put it that way. We all know this, okay?
No doubt. No doubt.
Check,
No doubt.
check. Yeah, exactly. Check yourself. Check yourself. Okay. This doesn't mean that without question you respond to the advances of every person that tries to advance on you. Okay.
I just think, how could you not say something? How could you not? I mean, are you really that brazen? Because this person can turn around and punch you in the fucking back of the head.
Right. Well,
You know, this person being nice. To you,
it's
like,
true, but you
you
know, if somebody's going to come out of their comforts, if in other words, if they're going to step outside of their comfort zone to greet you or acknowledge you or do, you know, whatever sort of interaction they're seeking that seems apropos to the situation, and you know, you don't respond, it's you know, you already know off the top off the bat that if this person is nice enough to come out of their comfort zone to try and do that, that's probably not the same guy that's gonna punch you in the back of the head because you didn't say something.
No.
So for all of
Probably
yous
not,
that
but
are
I'm saying
choosing to
it
say,
creates the animosity.
what's that? What?
What I was saying is that maybe not, but it definitely does create an animosity of why didn't you just say hi? That's, you know, that's like the most common of common things, you know, to do when you know, even if you're knocking on someone's door, hi, nice to meet you, hey, what's up?
Right.
You know, anything, any kind of
But-
interaction. Like
Yeah,
that.
unless they're Jehovah's
good or bad.
Witnesses, then it's like, we don't want any! Slam!
Right, exactly.
You know,
We're
but,
not
you know, respect to Jehovah's Witnesses, because those people can get some doors slammed in their faces and
Oh,
still
God,
keep
I know.
going.
You're gonna have to perseverance for that. Yeah. I
Talk
can
about
imagine
talk
if
about
anybody-
salt of the earth. It's like, holy moly, how could you stand all that rejection and only
Oh my God,
ever you know, you typically date or marry one person in your whole life? It's
I
like
dated one,
you
and let me
could
tell
probably
it was
date
it
a
was an absolute
1,000 chicks
disaster.
easily. If you could deal with that kind of rejection, you could deal with anything. Hey,
Without a doubt, you know.
you know what, dude? This subject to me is serious enough, and I have still not even started really down the path, and you know what I mean, right? But
I
we're
know
just
exactly
talking
what
about
you mean.
minutia right now. This is just minutia. We're just touching on stuff. If you're listening out there and you're like, what the hell are these guys talking about? I'm not going to be going around saying hi to every little douchebag that says hi to me, okay?
Right.
Not saying that.
Right.
But when it is appropriate and when it is in a non-threatening manner, and you know full well that that person isn't trying to take advantage of the situation by saying whatever it is that they're saying to you, please respond. just try and be a human being for 1 second. You know what I mean? Because as we steadily move apart from each other, we actually give power to the very thing that is causing that to happen in the first place. It's serious shit. It really is. It really, really is. I mean, you guys know me out there. If you've known me for a minute, you would know that this is not me. But it is me. It really is. And it's something that I've hit on with Tool. It's something that I've hit on with the family. And the family doesn't even really know about it, but it's coming. You know what I mean? And I'm not speaking for the family, but I am speaking to the family, and I'm doing that
No,
through...
we're part of the family. We actually speak the truth. And, yeah, you know we are.
Well, because the reason is that we believe that the family may actually have more to do with the solution than they may even know themselves.
Right.
But that's on another subject. Okay, not even another subject, but just another day, because that won't happen tonight.
Right.
We're at 8, 10, 12, and I've just poured myself another drink, and there's not a lick of ice in it, and I can't get out of here for another 45 minutes at least. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn up the music, and Tool, you hang out right there. And holy moly, I love this guy. Hey, are we recording here at all? What's going on? Okay. Hey, thank you, man. Thank you. This ain't no Maury show, man. This ain't no, this ain't Oprah. This is, I'm not trying to give you guys a free car, okay? Let's put it that way. I ain't buying your attention, and I'm not buying your love. I don't care about any of that stuff. But what I am buying you is an opportunity to continue to exist in the way that, at the very least, you know is something that you can deal with, right? Nobody's life is perfect.
Absolutely.
Hey, we're all dealing with, man, we're struggling. Tool can tell you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
not,
have to,
not high enough right now,
swallow my pride on routinely. As does he. As do we all.
Yeah.
You know, there's always going to be somebody. There's always going to be somebody, out there that affects you in that way. And you have to be careful about that, because you have to also, at the very least, give some credence to the idea that they may be affected in a similar way that they're affecting you in their own lives. And that's typically what it is. They've become accustomed to a certain level of interaction. And it's so funny how, even though you may not see yourself that way, you can slip so easily into the shoes or the role of the oppressor every bit as much as you can be the victim. You're the victim one day, same day. Shit. You just take yourself from one situation into another with another person, and because of their manner, because of their mentality, because of the way that people are almost innately able to react to a situation in such a predictable way, that you can actually become the very thing that you hate the most. I've seen it. I've seen it so many times. I've done it. I know this. I'll admit that. It's not a fault. It's something that we can all do. In fact, if you don't recognize that in yourself, then you have real problems. If you can't see yourself doing the very things that were done to you, then we're all doomed. Anyways.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe this doesn't even matter that I'm speaking to you this way. I can make a joke out of anything. Literally. Somebody dies, I'm going to make people laugh. It's not because I don't respect that person that died. It's not because I didn't, love them or at the very least, want to recognize their contribution to my life in whatever way. I mean, if I'm at that funeral, I hope they affected me in some way. Otherwise, what's the point, right?
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was so-and-so. I don't even know who it is. I just came for the free buffet. No.
Party.
Well, maybe. Once or twice. But, that's in the past. I was hungry that day. But no, if you... See what I mean? See what I mean? It's serious shit, but I can still make a joke. I can still make a joke because that's what we do. A lot of people use it as a tool. But I already, I have all the tool that I need. He's on the other end of this line. And he's supporting me in this, and I'm supporting him. And we are all supporting Twisted Family. And very soon, when they're ready, they're going to talk to us. And it's going to blow your mind, people. If you're listening,
It is.
it will blow your mind.
This is going to blow your fucking mind.
In fact, I don't think that they know. Maybe. Not even yet. I hope they are.
It's a long time coming. Yeah, no, it's obvious already. And whether they know about what kind of direction that they've already gone and who they even want to be involved in the family at all.
Right.
I mean, because it's not something that you just walk into. You don't stroll into it and say, "Hi, I'm this guy."
Right.
At the very least, it doesn't happen like that.
Hey, can we just say here and now that well, let's not say, but just between you and I, that the family shall remain anonymous in terms of their you know what I mean? Yeah, let's just keep that one to ourselves for now. Let's just understand that we back the Twisted Family, and that I think that they stand behind us as well. I hope that they like what we're doing, and even though this conversation that's taking place right now may not be necessarily up anybody's alley, I can only say that once you guys out there, hold on, once you guys out there hear what's going on, this is pretty much going to be your reaction.
Hold on. Okay.
Hold on. What? Hold on. Yeah. You got to get it through your head, man. You got to get it through your head. The only way that you can sometimes is to have somebody wake you up from that little dream you're dreaming.
Well, and I was going to say, we know Twisted Family, and we're actually part of that family. And one thing that we also have to, give some, credibility to is also an additional family that we're also members of is Dirty Asylum, which is also, right there alongside of Twisted Family.
Yeah. Well, and
they all interlink.
Right, exactly. And in what sense? I think that the overwhelming sense of entitlement, which I believe that they are, as are we, entitled to entirely, is expression, number one.
We have been under great scrutiny, since our introductions, and making very close, very incredibly powerful friends. I have to say, there is certainly a friendship, not just a friendship, of like a what's up kind of friend, but certainly we got your back no matter what.
Exactly. In fact, do me a favor real quick because I want to just make sure that everyone that can be recalled, because I have the worst memory on the planet. I have no idea why. But to this point, holy moly, that's strong. Congratulations, Silverback. You just poured the strongest drink you've ever had.
You're so funny, man. Not even being there right next to you right now.
My co-host Jack Daniels has yet to say a goddamn word, but I'm telling you, he speaks to me, man. Reevy is my boy, and he is a homie, and I'm only saying that because he says the same thing to me. Sorry. Ooh, what the hell is that? Oh, speak up!
And I want to
speak up, you son of a bitch. Say something.
I want to say something to Terminal as well.
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
There's a lot of
One way or
really
the
cool
other.
people that we could throw out some names. Amy Cajun and Loveless and all that.
Right, and they got things to say too, man. I mean, they're already repping themselves, and that was where I originally got the idea to say, hey, let us do it for you. Let us do it for you, man. Let's do something, and they're into it, and that's cool, because it means that they aren't afraid to bring their perspective to the table, and I know that that's not easy, but the point is that
we think we are like-minded and think alike,
right?
And we all. And there's tens of thousands of us that also think exactly the same. So
exactly, and when you say
you're
like
highly scrutinized too.
Oh yeah, absolutely, of course, because
it is an ongoing interview, family members, and that's not to say that people that have come in haven't been X'd out, because they have. And the thing is that you have to. It's a process to get, to get the friendships, developed and the love, if you will, to welcome you into the family wholeheartedly.
Right.
I mean, we know you, and we actually personally have contact with you. And we speak with you a lot. We know your beliefs. We know what you're into. If we don't like it, you're not part of the family. No two ways about it. You can't say, I like everything but... No.
Well, exactly, and I think that's actually I think you should also acknowledge the fact that while what one or the other does, thinks, says, believes, or expresses in whatever fashion they choose to, is generally accepted by all without judgment. Now,
of course,
but also understand that those same rules apply to you, and if you cross the line of being the playing the holier than thou role, thou shalt get
You're
stomped.
probably not gonna have a good time.
Right?
Yeah, you're probably not gonna have a good time.
No. You
and
will
it's
be.
Probably not going to be a bad time. It's probably going to be a horrible time.
Right. In fact, this song right here is called Appropriated, and I think it's appropriate to be expropriated. It's by Solace, and it sounds pretty badass. Actually, I'm going to turn this one up. Let's do this one. Oh, shit. I want to rewind this bad boy. This is getting crazy. Oh, shit. All right, let's do this. Oh, yeah. No. Go. Yeah, that was fucking awesome.
Yes.
yeah, dude, I love that shit. Oh my god. All right, man. I'm gonna go home and I'm going to get out a gigantic like a, what do you call those things? A mallet. One of those.
A baseball.
One of
I was
those
gonna say a
meat
baseball bat.
softeners. I'm gonna get a meat softener, and I'm gonna get out on the street and
An
I'm gonna find
asphalt
somebody's
flattener.
cat. See what happens. That band's called Stolus, and
Hey, will you do me a favor, man? What's that one band that we were listening to a little while back? I want to
Cinder.
say, begin with a C.
Cinder.
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 Yeah.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up.
Is there any Cinder
That's all you
there
have to do.
that we could...
Shut up and I'll play Cinder. Yeah, me and Tool like this one. So if you don't, well, you know my
You'll like it.
You know my standard answer, man. I don't. What the hell? Where's my mouse? Oh, there you go. Okay.
You don't apologize to anybody. 'Cause
Hey, I don't apologize. That goes without saying. But I will rip your head off and shit down your neck if I get a chance. So just keep that in mind
that makes
before you
perfect
fuck
sense.
around. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, children.
Funny squeaky dude.
And funny squeaky dude. Where is that guy, man? I love that dude. Okay, so well, I'll tell you what. We played a couple, and I believe that this is the one that we likey. Me likey a lati. I might put that expropriated song by Tholus back on for a quick minute, dude. But after this one, because this is our quest. If you guys want to call in, tune in, you want to tell us how fucking crazy we are, or how awesome we are, or how...
Go ahead, bump me off the line. I can't wait to hear it from Funny Squeaky Dude. I bet he's out there just chomping at the bit.
Exactly. Put that number in your phone and call Silverback and Tool Ranchula. Back at it. We're doing S.F.V, but, dude, we're doing the damn thing, man. That's what we do. We're doing the damn thing. So, I'm just gonna pop this one down here because I'm going out with that bitch. In the meantime, this is. Oh, yeah. Once again, this is Cinder, and the song is. Oh, you. Or maybe it's Soul Creation. Can't read this fucking playlist. Soul Creation. Let's call it that. Soul Creation. Next on Excite Radio. This is S.F.V. You're talking to Silverback and Tool Ranchula. We're at 213-973-2977 in case you ain't reading the screen. If you're not, get some internet and watch the videos live streaming. And after that fact, you can always tune into YouTube or Ustream, and that's you. Just the letter U. Stream.
Yeah.
You can find us under Excite Radio. Yeah. So let's go ahead.
I think it's Ustream.tv to be more precise.
You just who cares? You just
You
put it
can
in there.
Google
It's
it.
an app. It's an app if you're one of these phone using ass wipes. Which I am not. I am not that guy. So, some people are texting me. Hold on a second. I'm stopping the radio show. Shut everything down. No.
Okay.
Yeah, this
Everything
one's going
goes
on too long.
pause,
Shut
and
the
this
hell
is
up.
where I typically chime in while you're looking at your messages.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Where the
I
hell
like
is
it.
my... Where's my Oh, you just tried to call, dude? Wow. You're talking to me on the phone and you're texting me at the same time. I just tried to call in.
No, I'm not.
No, I know. That was
must
back
have been
in
a long time ago.
that was
You're taking a long time to check your messages.
Okay, we've officially talked through
This is
well
like-
over
this
like
is
a
like
minute and a
standard.
half of this song that I'm
Dude,
not
you
even.
didn't call me for like an hour and a half, man. I texted you like
Wow.
an hour and a half ago.
Should I pick up some diapers on the way home?
Did you?
Baby boy. All right, man. Here it comes, dude. This is here
you
it
got
comes.
the
This is
towel.
Cinder with Soul Creation, and it rocks, or at least we think so. See what you think.
Can't bite the hand that's gonna feed me. You'd like to see me try this appetite of mine. Lost side of things you wanna show me. Your fingers scratch my eyes. This time I'm going blind. Can't taste the poison that I'm drinking. Your death is in disguise. I toast to say goodbye. Just listen.
Then it all went black. All right, man. Yeah, actually, that's kind of funny. I did it that way because I just had to sort of prove a point. Tool Ranchelo was busting my balls the other day about how I'm just like shutting the music off. Bam! I'm done with that shit. All right, move on. Next. I'm not done with them, though. Cinder, they are awesome, dude. We like those guys.
I like those guys.
I don't know how those guys
man.
don't
Those
get
guys are
signed.
so
They're
good.
badass, dude. They must be ugly
Yeah, no,
or something.
It's inevitable. They're going to.
It's like a bunch of fat guys or something like that. They can't
They
be
got
rock
some
stars.
gumption, man.
They keep breaking
Those
the
guys,
stage.
Those guys don't fuck around, man.
No,
They
not
have
at all.
Gumption, and let me tell you, when they play, there's no apprehension. It's straight fucking rock your ass, and you're gonna have a great fucking time, man.
I think
God
they're.
damn,
I think.
what a
I
great
think
band.
most of their albums, once they've started, running them off, the CDs, in other words, as they're
Yeah.
making their way to the store, by the time you actually buy them, they've got a beard. They actually grow a beard on the way over there. That's how freaking burly they are. That's how much ass they kick. That
No
could,
kidding, man.
That could
Those
be
guys
a
are
that could be a
definitely
small
badass.
exaggeration.
And, certainly
but I'm saying at the very
candidates
least,
for the show.
they'll put a little hair on your nuts, you little bag. That was over the top.
Right, you
That
do
meant
that
nothing.
right?
I got. I'm
That
not
was
even.
going fast,
That was a.
you know,
That was
you're
a.
not gonna
That, yeah,
act
exactly.
like
No.
that,
Hey, go ahead. Go easy, son. We aren't judgmental.
I mean,
We are not judgmental
I'm talking
here,
about-
and we have nothing against anybody for any reason. No matter where you come from, what you do, what, when, where, how, or why. I don't give a shit. I love you just the same. But in case it wasn't already apparent, I have no patience for anybody who does not have a capacity to respond to human interaction, or at the very least some attempt to say, hey, you're not alone here. You know what I mean? You might be deep in your own thoughts, and you might tell me to eat shit, but at the very least, respond. I just did something for you. Can't you at least give me enough credit or respect to acknowledge it? I don't care if you just wink at me. I mean, I ain't into it. I'm just saying. But something. Don't ignore people. Sometimes, put this in perspective. If you're a big enough asshole to say that okay, for instance, somebody commits suicide, right? I know all of you guys aren't in a good place out there. It's a tough world, man. We all have hard times. It ain't no reason to end it, and as my
It's a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
Exactly. Your life will go on. There is nothing that you're experiencing right now that is so desperate that you can't survive. You have to want it.
You can be saved, in a number of ways, and realistically, hey, listen, people, and I'm gonna speak some truth here. You know who your best friends are when you're going through the toughest of times. You really know they shine, and that's when you really know what value that you hold. So if you're those people that don't, take a look at your actions and how they affect other people, well, essentially what's going to happen is it could be you too. You could be in that position.
Right, exactly. Don't ever, and exactly that's actually has another equally important. That, in other words, that's a platform that you can stand on to make an equally important point, and
correct.
That is that.
Don't burn your bridges.
There is always going to be somebody else out there that is experiencing something vastly more difficult than you are. Always, always, always. You're hungry, I guarantee you there's somebody else that's hungrier than you. You're,
for sure.
You are, there's any number of things. It doesn't matter what you're going through. And I'm not saying that what you're going through doesn't matter. I feel for you,
don't discount
and I don't
that
even know
because
who
it
the
is.
hell I'm talking
It's
about.
difficult.
But the point is, there is somebody out there that cares about you, even if you don't know who those people are. And you could be that person that shows just enough humanity to say, hey, hi, smile, whatever. Hey, you know what? I see you. I'm alive. You're alive. Let's be happy to be alive. Life sucks
Boy,
sometimes.
I have a
Life
story to
sucks
tell you
sometimes,
that we can talk
but
about
you
later.
very
but yeah,
well
you're
may
100% right.
you very well may be the person that keeps another from taking their own life by simply acknowledging that they exist. If that doesn't matter to you, then you don't deserve to exist. Because it
back when I
all
was younger,
matters.
I had the same type of thing, and in fact, someone at Excite Radio had actually stopped me from taking that path. And I still, despite all the things that have happened with Excite, I'll never forget that. And that person that actually changed my philosophy.
Yeah. We all have to learn things certain ways. Some of life's most important lessons have to be learned. They can't be taught.
Right.
And that is life in itself. I mean, in its in its vastness, and in the very same way in its briefness, it is an experience that you have to see through to the end.
Right.
There's no reason why you need to go down that path of believing that your problems and that your circumstances are so dire or so insurmountable. Excuse my
There you go.
my drunk
That's
tongue.
right. We get
There
the
are
point.
no problems that are beyond or that defy resolution. And so keep that in mind when you're out there feeling sorry for yourself. You may be having the worst week, month, or year of your life. Having a hard time paying the rent? I'm there. Having a hard time with your family? Welcome to the world. Honestly, I don't know who doesn't have it. Who the hell doesn't say, yeah, I got a really dysfunctional family. We're all dysfunctional, dude. All of us.
Correct.
Every damn one. I don't care if you're the church minister or
You guys
the lead singer of the biggest rock and roll band in the world.
Meet
Right.
at the same time. You've got problems. Maybe you're not able to disclose what's going on, but you have those problems. I mean, there's some people have some problems that I've heard recently. You can't even imagine how many times I get private messages from the people that I know personally, that have friended me, on the tool shed, that have told me about some things that have really made me think, oh my God, despite all the crap that I am going through right now, oh my God, I'm glad I'm not in your position, because that's
Right.
a real challenge. That truly is an uphill battle.
Exactly.
So we all have our.
It's true. Don't feel
our
sorry for
issues
yourself. Your situation is tough. We get it. Okay, but and again, we're right there with you. And that isn't just, this is not the suicide helpline. That has nothing to do with
It's
what we're
not.
talking
It's
about.
not.
What it
We'll
is that we're
probably
trying
help
to
you in the wrong direction. But-
tell you what.
we'll
Come on
try.
over. I've got almost a whole handle of Jack. Let's drink it. See what happens.
I've got a chop saw as well.
That
so.
might take you to the next level. Who knows? That might actually help you to complete the
We need an arm to play
the
around with,
process.
so.
No. Yeah, exactly. Hey, man, if you're depressed, maybe not drink. It is a depressant. You might not know that, but it is. Okay, so
It is.
no matter how much fun you think you're having, you're always going to end up feeling like shit. Except me.
That's hard to do because people typically turn towards that direction when they're depressed.
You know what? The only reason why I had Tool call in the first place tonight is just so that I'm not caught here in front of all you people drinking by myself. I've got. There's somebody here. There's somebody on the phone right now. I'm not a.
What's going on here?
I know. Don't judge me, you bitch. Don't judge me. I'm sorry, man.
You're not drinking.
No, not at all.
Man.
I
You're
love my
fine.
mother. Hey, you know what? Not all that, and that's another thing. Again, this is, in other words, you have to really understand that this conversation, as you see it, like, in other words, we're not talking about what you think we're talking about. You need to read between the lines here. We're just leading up to something.
We're not.
We're just leading up to something. You're not getting to the point at all. We haven't even touched on it.
No.
Really? No, we're touching on it. But I'm saying, I'm just, and guess what? It's 8:45 right now. We've been talking about this for an hour and a half, dude. We only played a couple songs.
Yeah.
So I would say the aggregate of time that I've spent discussing this situation, whilst it might be a little annoying to those of you who don't get it, those of you who do certainly get it. But the point is, this isn't about suicide. This isn't about family and your fucked up finances and your fucked up, future. Well, it might be about your fucked up future, but it is certainly about trying to make that fucked up future better for you in any way possible. Because certainly that feeling that you have right now in the core of your gut,
from
the
your
core
nose,
of your gut is telling you right now that your future is at stake. Right? If you don't get that, man, wake up. Seriously, you're that guy walking on the street. How about if I back up and as you're crossing in front of my car, I run you over? How about that? Will that wake you up?
Good. Yeah.
You might wake up. You might wake up. Hey, asshole! Good. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Okay. So sorry I had to crush you and throw you out into traffic, but at least you know now that I was looking out for you.
Right. Because there is kindness behind the Silverbacks.
Oh, I'm going to go late? Oh, okay.
And a message.
Oh, hey. Whoa. Hold on a second there. Out there. Radio Gorilla Valley land. Gorilla Cookie Valley Radio land. I've just been informed that we're going long. And this may have been very possibly the most tedious 2 hours of your life. Or it might have been partially enlightening. I don't know. Maybe you're interested. Maybe you want to know what I'm talking about. It's so freaking vague right now. And I get that. I'm drinking. I could go on and on about it. I could do a whole nother show just teasing you about what I'm talking about right now. That being said, I also happen to know that a particular member of the Excite Radio family is, well, he's having a hard time. I know that for a fact, because otherwise I wouldn't be here. But our prayers and our positive energy go out to him as a whole. And I'm not just saying this, I'm saying all of you out there who are listening to me right now, do this right now. Just do it. I mean, you think it's stupid? It ain't stupid, man. It's not stupid, I'm telling you right now. If you were in my face and you told me it was stupid, I'd probably punch a couple of your teeth out of your mouth, okay? And that's how much I believe in it. Focus your energy. Use your body for what it was designed for, to focus energy. Not in a negative way. Don't do that, okay? You need to interact. You need to think about what it is that you're saying and doing that affects people in a negative way. You need to change your ways. Because at the end of the day, when it all comes down and it's me against you, I will beat you. Okay? That's not a threat. What it is a declaration of my stand against people who have no humanity left in their bodies. And if you've lost it, get it back, man. Whatever it is that you've done to achieve this level of disregard for other people, you're the one who's losing. Not me, definitely. Because I care about people. I care about everyone. I don't care if I don't know you. And the only reason why I could state that I don't care about you, even in so much as I could almost feel pity for you, and in that sense care for you, but if you are on that level of humanity where you don't have that compassion for others, I will stomp you out. I will find you, and I'll destroy you.
Isn't it about
one way or the other?
Isn't it about who you align yourself with? I mean, the old saying really comes down to you are who you fly with.
No, I don't believe that, actually. And I'll tell you why. Tool, I love you, buddy. I didn't mean to shoot you down on that one, but what I have to say is this. What is far more important than standing with others, because in the moments that make the greatest difference in any case, no matter how dire, no matter how desperate or whatever, you have to stand alone. You have to make that decision without the influence of others. You have to be the person that you were so scared to be that I'm having a hard time finding the words. Actually, that always happens. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time finding the words to describe the terror that you have to. It's like walking through the fire, you know, naked as a jaybird. You are being burned on every square inch of your body, and yet you move forward because that conviction tells you you have to. It's all metaphorical, okay? I mean, we're not gonna set out to make people walk through burning pits of fire naked. That's not what I mean. What I do mean is that the conviction that you have to stand alone, to make your own decisions, to do what's right, to sacrifice for others is something that must be done. Standing with others is great. We'll all have our friends until we don't have our friends. And
We all
in
have an
those
opinion.
moments, that is where the most important decisions are made. So, we love our friends. We love our family. I love you, Tool. You're my boy. You know this. And,
I love you too, man.
All right. Not in a gay way. No. That doesn't matter. That was a joke for the expense of the show, but what I'm saying is that by doing that, we preserve our humanity. I mean, hey, if you guys want to look at it like this, you know, as you step to the gates or whatever, if the judgment comes down, so to speak, and you're able to say, when there was no light, when there was nothing left, I know that I stood for everything that I stood for when everybody was looking, when it wasn't something that I had to say because otherwise I'd look like a jerk.
You live your life like there was a judge watching you.
No. Yes, but no. You are your own judge. Nobody's there. No other human being on this planet is fit to judge me. I know that damn well. You think so? You best come to my
There's
house.
always
I'll give you my
options.
fucking
There's
address
options
right
that
now.
some people don't know about in every situation. And, you know, from that perspective, that has to be considered.
Yeah.
And what were those options, and what would you have done?
Exactly. And that may mean that even in your, even in that moment where you may possibly your own life may hang in the balance, did you make the right decision? Did you do for others as you would have done for yourself? There's innumerable examples or possibilities or other things that of that nature. I mean, I'm that guy, right? I'm a scenario guy. I'm a scenario guy. I create scenarios in my own head. Test yourself under one of the most, scrutinizing sort of scenarios that you can imagine. How do you stand up? Yeah, we all want to be heroes, but man, really, in other words, it's all right to admit to yourself that you're gutless, but it doesn't mean that you can't learn to be every bit as powerful as any, mythical or real or otherwise example of heroism that you've ever known. You can learn.
So we've got 3 more minutes to deliver that point.
No,
What
we're
is that
going
point?
long, dude. We're going long.
Oh, we are going long.
Yeah, I might actually get to that third drink. I'm happy, to be honest with you. Hey, I got nothing better to do tonight, right?
Hell yeah. Let's
Hey,
do
man.
this, man.
Be happy, dude. I haven't even gotten halfway through this bottle yet. So, we'll have something to do later.
Nice.
And screw you if you think that watering it down with a little Coke is lame. Because I like to make it last a little while. You know what I mean? Do I really need to be a sloppy drunk all passed out on the soundboard here? No. It might help me. In fact, if you could tell me honestly that I haven't made any impact on you right now, I would love to hear your voice. Okay? 213-973-2977. I promise not to judge, and I promise not to rip you a new asshole. That's a promise. Call in. See what you see. If you're listening out there, call the freaking number, man. It's not that hard. If you're in the United States and you can hear it, and you have anything to say, that's what worries me. Nobody's calling. Why not? Why?
They're terrified.
If you believe otherwise, step up. If you're with me, step up. I need somebody out there to call me right now and tell me, Silverback, my name is Susie Q, and I'm full of creamy goodness. But at the end of the day, I'm with you. Something you said struck a chord, and I know exactly what you're talking about. I know why you're saying this. Why, after all this time, man? We've been at this for over a year now. Me and Tool doing our thing.
Yeah.
Playing heavy metal music. Satan's tool to infiltrate your mind, of all things, right? But I don't see it that way. I see it as something that, in other words, here's the thing. You guys might think that I'm a hypocrite, but I can tell you this. I've been listening to the same shit for a long-ass time, and while that might be this very thing that caused the majority of you, or would have caused the majority of you to go completely insane, or, however you like to call it, I've never drawn power from it. In other words, this is a concept that I was explaining the other day. you ascribe power to something when you use it as a tool, as a symbol that represents power, and then you ascribe that power to it, and then you put it out there so that people indulge in it in any way, shape, or form that it is indulgible, but have no idea about the
I
symbolism.
want to hear someone that knows me. Because you know what? There's got to be someone out there right now.
No, but
that's gonna go
most
ahead
of those
and,
bitches
and,
are
and
stupid.
Chime into this conversation. You know, Silverback, we need someone, that's going to be, on the same level. I don't know why there's a lot of apprehension out there to chime in.
I don't get it either, because I know damn well that there's people listening out there, and I know damn well that there are people who understand. And there's also a shitload of people out there that just they're gutless, and that's fine. If you don't want to answer,
I've been getting texts like nonstop as I'm talking to you, and these people are saying, "Well, I agree. You're 100% right, and you need to have, some validation and vindication. We all need.
No, I don't.
Because
I don't, and that's exactly the point. Is that even though I would like to feel as though other people stand by me, the reality is that I would be a hypocrite if I didn't know that if this is the way that I feel and this is the way that I know I have to, with every footstep that falls, from this point forward, I know full well that I believe this, that I can stand alone. I don't give a shit if any of you call in or not. It doesn't matter. I know it to be true. That's how much I know that it is true.
Correct.
So if you don't have the nuts to step up and say you're with me, then fine. Okay, I get it. Maybe next week. Maybe the week after. Maybe you think about it. Maybe you have to think about it. If you have to think about it, then you're not even close to where I'm at. But that's okay, because I think that probably if you sat down with me and we talked for a couple minutes, you would know. I think the very same thing has taken place with a number of people recently in my life, because they see it too. Tool, whoever. And I'm not saying that I talked him into anything. That's not my business. Okay?
I'm just one person. I have
Whoa! Shut up! I've got a call. I'm gonna take this one. Come on, answer. There we go. Welcome to S.F.V. You're talking to Silverback. Who's out there? Hello. Yeah. Fix that, Mikey. Somebody called. No, wait. Tool, are you there? Hello? See, I'm all by myself. And this is the moment. This is the moment where all those decisions are made. I don't need anybody to tell me that I'm right, because I already know I am. But for all of those out there who believe differently, I'd love to hear your opinion. And for those of you who know what I'm talking about, or even think you know what I'm talking about, or have some other perspective in which to share, love to hear from you. 213-973. Ooh, I hear a phone call. What do I do? Welcome to S.F.V. Who's out there? Hello? Oh man, there's all kinds of crazy shit happening around here. 540. Who's that? Hello. Speak into the microphone, sir. Right now we're listening to another Destiny's project. This one is called Sleepwalker, and so I guess by conventional naming, by naming convention, I should understand that the top word is the actual song name, and the second line is the band itself. So therefore, I know that another Destiny project made this song. It's called Sleepwalker. I'm going to turn it up a little bit. Find a couple more for you guys while we wait for Mal 5 to come on in for Welcome to the Game. And once again, if I was not clear before, your prayers, please. Your thoughts for Mal's father, who is in the hospital right now and undergoing his final surgery. Hopefully this one will keep him alive. Welcome to S.F.V. Who's out there? Hello, hello. Speak up, sir. Somebody's calling. I know somebody's calling because I can see they're calling, but for some reason we're having a little bit of difficulty. Ooh, who knew? Who knew? we can call out, but we can't call in. The call only works one way. You call us, we'll call you back. Leave a message. Hello. Anybody? 540. Who can tell me where that's at? I don't want to do any research. I'm too lazy for that. But what I do know is that... let's see. Where is it anyway? God. I love this tech support. See, I get this glorious treatment because I stand in for people when they're having a hard time in their life. And that's just it. I'm like, I could be one of those guys. Hey, listen, I got my own thing going on. And trust me that I do. I do, man. I'm up to my freaking ears and stuff right now. But, of course, my thoughts are with someone else because they're going through a hard time in their life. And I would hope that anybody out there who knows somebody like that, that's going through a hard time, would step up when those people need you. And if you're in a position where you need help, I surely hope that there is at least one person in this world that can step up for you. Yep, I see it. Welcome to S.F.V. This is Silverback. Who's out there? Hello. It's almost getting a little old. Hello? I can't hear you. Volume's up. Volume's up. Yeah. Hello. 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 Hello, 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 hello. No, wrong one. I can only say that this is, oh, it's a video call. Maybe that's a problem. I hope I got you guys' attention out there. This is an important activity that we're undertaking right now. Oh, even more important right now is, another song to play. Hello. Oh, there it goes. Yeah, boom. This one is Rorschach from another Destiny project. Continue to call in, man. Whoever is out there, I want to hear from you. I don't know who you are. Ooh, I'm in a video call. Hello. Join this video call. Join in. Press that button. This happens so many times, I don't even get upset about it anymore. In fact, I've pissed off people that are far bigger than me. Simply with the phone system around here. It is ridiculous, but it's maybe as the very environment that I speak of, the forces that be, and the things that very, very, very many of us choose not to acknowledge, as those things start to slowly and almost undetectably encroach on your life and your freedom and your family and everything, any other thing that you care about, right? Just know that the only thing that's important in all of that, regardless of what it is communication. If you do not communicate with other people, your ability to survive is lost. Right? I mean, even the most... Oh. Oh, really? Hello? Where are we? Hello, hello! Speak up. Oh!
Silverback.
Holy moly, who I got?
You have Loretta.
Aww. Me likey Loretta. How are you, honey? How are you doing tonight?
I'm doing great. Had a hell of a time getting through.
That being true, I noticed, actually. And in fact... I'm sorry, I'm going to have to take another call. No, I'm kidding. No,
Right.
exactly. I appreciate you calling in. Glad you're listening to the show. And I know that you already are on the inside of the conversation that's taking place. And so I don't need to elaborate on all the
Gory
peripherals.
details now.
No, there's no peripherals that you don't understand. And for those of you who are listening out there right now, Loretta is a friend of the family as well. And she is on the inside, but she is also, going through a tremendous amount of personal suffering in her own life. And I only found this out last night, but, all of us are
Yes,
affected in a
indeed.
certain way. Right?
Yes, definitely.
And in so many
Keep
ways,
on
we want to
asking me
find a
questions,
reason,
and
right?
I'll answer.
Exactly. No answer. No answer. I'm sorry that we couldn't answer the phone a little earlier on, but we have sorted out the technical issues no matter what it was. And Tool, unfortunately, is off the line. But in the meantime, you are on, and I believe that while I believe my position is to stand alone ultimately on my beliefs. Everybody has their beliefs, and I believe that very many of us are like-minded. That's why we choose to band together in such a way. And it doesn't make us angels. I'm not saying that. I mean, we're not the people that you think we are.
Oh,
We're far
no, I'm
worse.
far from
We're
an
far
angel.
worse. But still, humanity exists within this realm. Am I right?
Yes.
It does. Because we all exist in a world where there is no answers for the things that are consuming all of our ability to exist without
everybody needs
pain, without
compassion.
all this, constant drama and other various
life
things.
is enough of a struggle
Right?
without all the drama being added in on it.
I'm trying to stay alive here. If I was an animal in the wild, I would be trying hard enough to stay alive. And we are all animals, people. Don't kid yourself that we are all just
I
a
know I'm
bunch
an animal.
of hairless monkeys. If you believe that a monkey is an animal, you must believe that we are animals. We are animals instinctually. We are animals in
Yeah,
every
you're a
way,
gorilla.
shape, or form that you can imagine, outside of the fact that we have opposable digits and we have one more chromosome, a total of one more chromosome than the average monkey, which makes us slightly smarter. And when it comes to intelligence,
Not all people are smarter.
but just because you're not smart doesn't mean that you don't understand.
Exactly.
And I know what you're going at. I know what you're getting at when you say that. I fully understand what you're getting at. Because the reality is that a decent, if not striking percentage of us have our heads buried in the sand.
Yeah.
Of course, I don't refer to myself
our
because
ass.
I'm the one that raised the freaking point in the first place, but I'm not patting myself on the back for that because I'm absolutely sure that I have not encountered an original thought by any stretch of the imagination. In fact, the more people I talk to, the more I realize that most people have been thinking about this longer than I have. okay? Because they're connected in so many ways. And you're one of those people, even though we've never talked about it. So why don't you give me your perspective? Let's talk to the world about
You give me questions, and I'll give you some direct answers.
Oh.
I'm blunt if nothing else.
Mike, I might need a little more ice. Okay. Well, but I'm gonna work with what I've got because I'm not a crybaby. I can drink this drink with no ice. I just want to get my third one under my belt before my competition shows up. And Mal 5 takes control of my boards with Welcome to the Game. By the way, he is my buddy. I love that dude just as much as I love Loretta, even though we've never actually physically met. But I do know that she's got a shred of humanity, at the very least. Her soul is connected with mine in that sense, right? And even though we may not agree on everything, we do agree on the fact that life is real, pain is real, emotion is real, thought is real, and certain aspects of what we see every single day out there, because we are so, like, we are just
I'm very
we're a
open-minded.
wheel in that cog. We're a wheel in a cosmic cog of interaction, right?
Yes.
And we know what we're talking about. I've already said I don't want to fully disclose the source of the family, not because it should remain a secret so much as they've already drawn enough attention so far, but I intend to take that attention to the
next level.
No, I'm gonna go way beyond that next level, because I believe in it that much. That's the thing. It's a manifest destiny. In other words, and I keep referring back to the Matrix. If that's enough for you out there who aren't quite able on your own to connect the dots, just understand that the belief in something may be the key to its own destiny, even though that entity itself may not understand its own. Do you know what I mean? It serves.
Is a circle.
It's an experience that everyone has to have, and you don't necessarily know where it's heading or why.
No,
but you do also know what you understand, what you believe, and where and your desire to carry on in that sense. Got no music. I've got nothing. That's it. This show is so fucking metal that you could slit your own pathetic wrists with every note. But if you have no notes, you can't slit your own pathetic wrists. So, this song appropriately is called Picking Up the Pieces, and it's from 13 Miles. All right. Moving forward with Loretta. Thank God you called in. I need somebody, as I've said before,
I'm glad
somebody to hold
it.
me. Somebody to make me feel okay again.
Hey, we'd have been talking long before now if I could have got through.
That is true. That is true. I blame my technical staff. You're fired. You're fired. Get out of here. Oh no, I didn't mean that. I didn't mean that. They shut off the lights on me and turned off the computers. No, not at all. They are doing quite well. We are oh wow. See. I love you, buddy. I love you. There you go. They're fucking with me big time. Oh, got Loretta on the line. My poor producer has to listen to my drunken ramblings for the last 2.5 hours, but that's only because the next show has not picked up where I left off 20 minutes ago and 15 seconds, 16, 17 seconds. Loretta's on the line right now, and she is currently on the same wavelength as I. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I want you to answer as honestly as possible.
Okay.
Do you have another name?
Do you what?
Do you have another name?
Do I have another name?
Something
No.
else that I might refer to you by?
You can call me Lynn.
Lynn. I like that. I like that name, actually.
Yeah, I'll let you get away with that.
Well, I've got other names that I can call you, but Lynn will suffice.
Yeah, I've had plenty of names called to me, but
We all
I don't-
have. And
I
that-
don't answer to most.
Exactly, but the thing is that, as I was saying before, regardless of whether it's positive or negative, some people just deserve a response. I mean, I may be bugging you on the worst day of your life, but who knows? You may actually be the harbinger of your own destiny if you decide to turn around and tell me to go fuck myself when I say, hey, how you doing today? You know, that's your choice. That's your choice. You're choosing to dismiss me, even though I've made every attempt possible in a completely sexual or neutral way possible on my end to say, hey, I'm recognizing you as a human being. You're standing there. You're having a shit day. I get it. We all do. Sorry. Whatever, but fuck you. That's not helping you. I'm saying it's not helping me either.
I
but
would
at
give
the end
everybody
of the, day,
benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, but I'm saying
To a point.
that person may actually be going through literally the worst day of their life. I don't know. I get it.
Yeah,
though.
but you speaking nicely to them could also change everything about their life.
Which is exactly what I just said.
Yeah.
Prior to the conversation that you and I are having, the realization that you could save somebody's life by saying the most, relatively benign thing to them is absolute truth and absolute compassion, whether you see it or not. You only said, hey, have a nice day. Sometimes that could make the difference.
That's all it takes.
Sometimes that can make a difference. And
Yes,
then
it can.
the only reason we know that is because we know that there are certain people that have been to that level of darkness and have come back because of that very reason.
Exactly.
It's been the testimony is endless. Somebody acknowledged my existence. Thank God. Do you think you're going to kill me because I backed my truck up and didn't impugn your ability to walk on the sidewalk? And I say, sorry about that, or hey, how you doing, or have a nice day, or whatever the hell I say, because I'm just that kind of guy that says, hey, I see you. Well, I'm having the worst day of my life. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. But I feel for you, We go through it. It's happened. It's the human condition. Sometimes life sucks, dude. But for you not to respond to me in any way, shape, or form just turns me into that person that says, people aren't worth it. People are not worth it. If I'm going to get so, involved in your life to the extent of the exchange of a number of words that could literally be counted on two hands, right? Between the two.
Yes.
Affects my life in such a way that now any encounter that I have with any other person that day and from that day forward is a lack of response. That is where the failing is occurring. Again, I would rather hear "fuck you" than nothing.
Than nothing at all.
Because
yes.
you're going through some shit, and I get it. And I might not like your response, but at least I know you're there. If you don't do that, you're not a human being. Should I get out of my car and come over there and make sure that you're not just wearing a human, some sort of weird alien suit that appears to be a human being? I don't know. What's wrong with you? What's inside of you that's saying, I can't respond to this person in any way, shape, or form, even though they've acknowledged my humanity? What's wrong with you? It's clearly there's something more wrong with you than there is with me, and I'm not judging you for it, but what I am saying is maybe recognize that, because one day that will affect you in a way that you will not appreciate, I promise.
Yeah, it all comes full circle.
It does. It absolutely does. And I want to believe that... Ooh. Perfect. Another Destiny project. Yes, you've heard the name of the band before, but, well, actually, you've heard this song before because I play it quite often. The song is called Believe. And with me right now is Loretta, and she believes the same as I believe. There may be others of you out there that believe as we do. The number is 213-973-2977. If you don't have internet and you're not watching the stream, you probably can't see it on the screen, but it is there. Trust me, it is there. 213-973-2977. Loretta and I are having a jolly good time here, talking about the things that affect us. And as I said before, once again, the song Believe by Another Destiny Project is coming up right now. Turn it up a little bit. Ooh, you guys know that one. Oh, it's so safe. Oh, it's not the one I wanted, though. I think this is actually the instrumental version. It's alright. Kind of good background music.
Yeah,
I officially have
too.
37 seconds to find another song before my playlist is completely exhausted. But in the meantime, Another Destiny project is doing the vocalless version of Believe. And Loretta and I are sort of pontificating on what we believe. Loretta, why? In fact, I know you're going through some tough times. I'm not even going to get into that. I mean, airing your personal business is not my intention. My intention is to understand maybe why you called in. Are you just being nice? Or did you want to...
Of course I'm nice.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, I don't even know you, and I know that. Here you are. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly. I don't even know you, and I know that. There are so many people that I could say otherwise to, because of their simple lack of
compassion
or ability to
Moral
express their existence to me, to put themselves in the same realm of my existence and say, whatever to me. I don't care, good or bad. You're here with me. You're existing, and I'm existing.
They can even think that they're above and beyond everybody else.
That's only part of it, because and I know what you mean. Because our human condition or our response to people who don't respond is, well, you're a snob, or you're so narcissistic that you don't see anybody else's cares and concerns, or human condition, or whatever. I mean, there's any number of psychological traits that are befitting to a rock, basically. You're so self-absorbed, you don't even acknowledge other people because you're literally that low on your own totem pole. And I think that's really what it comes down to. You think so little of your own self that you can't even acknowledge others because you're so busy thinking about what a piece of shit you are. That's sad, but it's true. A lot of people are that way. I can't even acknowledge other people because I'm so busy thinking about how lame I am. I feel for you. That's me being a human being. I feel for you. It's not a judgment. It is what it is. It's a condition, a human condition, and it exists on a level now in these days that we are living in on unprecedented levels. We know this because we see it every single day on the TV set, right?
Exactly.
Jersey Shore, prime example. I am a major enemy of that show. If I could, I wish that I could undo
I've
its
never
ever
saw it.
existing, because it is an example to all of us of how destitute we can become in our own humanity, how completely narcissistic and ridiculous we can be. They're so self-absorbed, they can't even acknowledge other people, except outside of their ability to interact with each other for
their
monetary
acknowledgement
gain. That's
to
really
make
what it
others
comes down to.
small.
I want to be, I need to hang out with such and such because they promote my image, and I'm gonna bear a child with such and such because XYZ blah blah blah. He drives a freaking Cadillac. Fuck you, man. I wish I could bury that entire state just to, sort of keep that poison localized to that area. And that's basically how I feel, and I've always felt that way. I've never expressed this in a way that I'm doing so right now. Sorry for the soapbox, people. I know this is probably not what you wanted tonight, but if it's not resonating inside yourself, then there's something wrong with you and you need to open your eyes. Loretta's with me right now, and she sees what I see.
Yes.
There is no question in my mind that something is coming. Something is on the horizon. I'm aligning myself with Twisted Family, and even though it sounds bad, and in so many ways it is, but at the same time, I think there's a destiny there that is
bigger and better.
Unrealized. It's unrealized. Maybe just like Neo, right? I hate to keep flashing back to that example, but just like Neo had to realize in his own self that the belief that others had in him was a belief that he only needed to realize in himself to know that it was true. I have that belief. I'm counting on the ability of others who may or may not be listening at this very moment, regardless of the trials and tribulations that they are going through in their own lives right now, to realize that very thing. It's a lot of responsibility. But I have a responsibility as well. Here I am. How many people have switched off because they don't want to hear the shit? I don't know. But I don't care. When it all comes down to, not even going to matter. Not even going to matter at all. Did you stand by me when you had the opportunity to? Maybe not. Did you shine me because it was just you had something better to do? Are you listening right now because you were hoping that you could hear some sweet-ass hip-hop tracks? That may be possible, and I'll tell you how determined I am to have your ear in this moment as Loretta and I continue to examine the reality that, at the very least, y'all should be hearing and acknowledging in your own consciousness. Take a peek into your own soul and see how I'm wrong. Look around you. If you haven't been exposed or encountered on some level, in some way, in some alternate universe or some other medium that can't even be explained, right? Feeling like something, a gut feeling. How do you explain that? Well, I have a feeling. Well, that's nice, but in the meantime, I'm thinking we should do this. No, I have this sense. We are animals. I mean, animals, have you never heard of instinct, then you don't know shit, really, but we are instinctual creatures. by nature. Male, female, we have our intuitions in our own right, and we have strengths in that intuition that are stronger than others on the opposite side of the aisle. Not to make an allusion to politics, but realistically, emotion is politics. And
Intuition can push you in the right direction.
right, but not if you don't acknowledge it. And unfortunately, we
Yeah, it
have
has to
all
be
convinced
acknowledged
ourselves that acknowledging certain things is taboo. It's passé. It's embarrassing. Why? What? That doesn't. That's a fable. That's something that doesn't exist. What are you talking about? That's I can't believe in that. Why? Well, because it can't be proven. Human experience teaches us that what can be proven and what is real are two completely different things. It doesn't even matter if it is quote unquote real anyways. We we channel energy into things that we don't even realize exist. It's even better if we can use our physical beings to channel energy into something that we do know exists and do know that is either for good or for bad. Because a collective consciousness, which is something that I believe has actually grown stronger over the years, not weaker, because of the fact that we have social media, we have a connection. Not everybody. Some people are out there and they're only purely consumed
They're
with
in
their
their own little bubble.
They're gathering. They're just gathering. That's all they want. They're not giving anything back. They're just taking from everyone. They're absorbing other people's energy. And
Yes,
there
I
are
know.
those out there that do it, and thankfully there are more of us out there that are contributing to that collective pool of positive energy, of creativity, of free thought, of loving, compassionate nature, right? The only thing that matters. Fuck your job, fuck your car, fuck your phone, fuck your computer. I don't care how you do it. Be a human being. That is the only thing that really matters. In the end, the only thing that will really matter is what you are as a person.
That matters.
Right?
Yes.
Am I iterating this thought process in a manner
we
that
need
is
to get to a
even
point.
something that you can grasp? I mean, I hope so. I think you certainly are. You're intelligent. I know that for a fact, but not everybody really wants to hear all of it. Maybe it seems a little bit too heavy. I don't know. It's possible. I acknowledge that. You know, people who are a little bit younger and aren't really concerned with all this, so whatever. I was there. Maybe the fact that I'm banging on year 40's door right now is the only reason why I'm out here speaking of it to you. But rather than judge it, or rather than take it as something that is irrelevant in your life, because maybe things are going great for you, and trust me that it's not because things are going great for me or bad for me necessarily that I'm thinking this way, because I'm happy. I mean, in myself, in my own body, in my own soul, everything. I'm good. Like
Me too.
I'm not afraid. I don't care for anything besides things that I know really, really matter. You know?
Exactly.
The fact that there are people out there that exist like Snooki, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, like Kim Kardashian. How disgusting. You're not a human being. I don't care. You can't convince me otherwise. It doesn't matter. Because I see what you do. And if you didn't on at least some level believe in the things that you're putting out there for other people to feed off of. Oh, this must be right. Ah, shit, she's rich. She's driving around an Escalade that's got freaking pink rims on it and a bunch of tacky ass leather seat couch, whatever.
Yeah,
big old
let's see if
sound
we can
system.
tag.
Woo! Awesome. Oh, thank God you exist. Right? As an example of what you should not be at all. You should be put on a spacecraft and launched into outer space. That's how much good you're doing all of us. Your dismissal from the human condition as a whole would be welcomed by me. And it's not because I don't care about you, it's because I care about everybody else more than you. Because you're an example of what we all should not be.
Yes, and unfortunately, there's quite a few examples out there to be had.
More than I care to really admit. I mean, I don't want to give them power by saying that you are wanted, needed, recognized, or have any validity in my world, because you don't. Period. It is a thing. It is a cancer. It's a cancer of humanity. And if we don't choose to cut it out, by default, we choose to let
Yeah,
it
by
take
default,
us
you back
down.
it, and it's going to get worse.
It's already gotten almost beyond worse. We know this, and the thing is, unfortunately, that for things to get to a point where they've gotten beyond worse, they have to get to a level of worse or bad, or however which way you want to say it. They have to get to a level. In other words, they have to gather enough power into itself that they literally are recognized. The people who have their eyes open, and I know that it's not just me, because again, I've discussed it multiple times over recently, to where most people are thinking to themselves, what is going on? Why is this happening? These people that I know, who the fuck are they? I know them. I've known them my whole life. Why now? What's happening? What is this
I'm
leading
just
to?
glad I haven't known them my whole life.
Well, but that's just it. Is that we've gotten to a point where even the people that we've known our whole life are getting crazy.
Yes.
They're acting in ways that we don't even understand. Like, what is the whole thing behind the way that you are acting right now? Ugly. Just ugly. Like, what? How could you do that? No, well, influence is what it is. It's influence. And by influence, I don't mean, hey man, I got a joint, you want to smoke it? Whatever. I mean, dude, I got nothing against smoking bud. I don't do it myself. Hey, you want to smoke some weed? Cool. I don't mean peer pressure. I don't mean, hey.
No, you mean life-changing views.
What I mean is that no, it's not life-changing views. What it is that you've got My God, I mean, I would have not even come close to even getting to this point had it not been for the fact that I'm going on my near third hour. Oh, hey, there you go. Third drink. There it is, man. All right, you guys. Well, it's only half a bottle. I'm not even buzzed yet. Son of a bitch. Maybe I should drink faster. Hey, only a drink an hour.
Right.
Wow,
From the bottle.
that's only a drink an hour. That's not. I'm not even an hour. I'm on my third hour now, and I'm not even done with this one. I better drink faster. Okay. Okay. So, anyways, I'm gonna give some quick shout outs. Rev again. Loveless. I got Angie. You know what I'm talking about. That these people may cross over. I don't even know.
I know who all of them are.
I know. Of course you do. Of course you do. You're my people. I hope I'm your people.
And they're my people, too.
They're all our people. We are our
Yes.
people. And that's it, you know. And I hate to say that there's probably a smattering, an intermixing, possibly even a high percentage of people that are involved in our people that I would just as well prefer that they weren't involved. But that's not up to me. I don't care. You know what I mean? I'll choose my influences, and I will choose who not to acknowledge, because not everybody takes things the same way. Again, it's about drawing power from things in a negative or positive way. I've only ever drawn positive power from the things that in so many people view as negative, you know? In other words, what my mom always thought was horrible and satanic, I've only ever thought, wow, I only ever see it as fun.
Wow, I
as
do the
interesting.
same thing every day.
Right?
Yes,
That's the thing. It's the
I
way
pull
that you
positive
decided.
vibes off everything,
Right.
if possible.
You choose not to judge things that are not familiar to you just because you don't understand them. You choose to not accept them without
not
merit. You know, it's not like saying, well, you know, every day I've driven past this billboard that had a cigarette ad on it, but today there's a girl getting ass fucked on that billboard, and because I'm seeing that right now, I'm realizing it's okay. Wrong. That's not influence. That is not even remotely the sort of influence that I'm talking about.
I would
It's
be going, oh, wow, look. And I'd have everybody in the street looking, too.
right? You're like, sponsored by Loretta.
Exactly.
In fact, I got one of those yesterday. I was like, wow, girl, that's ballsy. Like, you sent me a picture of that? I can't even believe it. And she got back to me, poor Summer. She's like, that wasn't me. Somebody else put that on my... Somebody literally changed her face, or her profile picture. And it was horrible. It was not the sort of thing that you want to see. I mean, unless possibly it was a proposition, like, hey, what do you think? And that's what I was thinking. I'm like, what? What are you doing? That's not for me. It can't possibly be. And it wasn't. It was somebody else. But, so shortly enough, it was discovered that was somebody just messing around, and it was rectified, rectified, and but I chose not to just immediately judge that. Oh wow, you'd send me a picture like that. Well, hey, guess what? Here's a picture. Bang! I got I'll match you. But
That's a different view.
yeah, well, and that's what I'm saying is that influence is not based on a single shocking boom, here it is in your face. That is not the sort of thing that changes people typically. The sort of thing that changes people typically is something that takes place over a period of years. Years and years and years of exposure to the most minute changes the most minute differences from what they've only ever known. Again, when I was a kid, I'd get on my skateboard, and I knew damn well that at about 5 o'clock on Friday afternoon, every adult on my entire street was out standing there in front, watching all the kids play, drinking wine, cordon off the street. Boom, we're all out there. You know, that was what I grew up with. And I know that it probably still exists out there somewhere deep, somewhere out there. It's, you know, the town has probably some very cute little name. But in my reality as it stands, I have no idea who my neighbors are. And it's not by lack of, trying on my part. It's literally that nobody comes out, nobody says hi. You wave, no wave back. That's strange. Okay.
Yeah, but isn't it terrible?
No, it's worse than terrible. It could literally mean doom, our own doom is really what it is. And the reason why I believe that the family has everything to do with our salvation in that sense is because by its own nature, we stay connected because we are like-minded and we communicate on a daily basis with each other, whether it be a close circle, whether it be an expanded circle. I mean, hey, if you got nothing better to do all day long than look at freaking posts all day long, then you're cut out for it from the get-go. If you can respond to 150 people every single day that are relatively speaking in the same position that you are, then, well, that is your life. There is nothing else. I'm not in that position.
Yep, more power to you.
I'll give you a couple seconds of my day if I can, and you better be happy because that's as much as I could give you. And that's as much as very often most people can give. But that difference could make the difference. That connection could make the difference in whether or not you survive ultimately.
That could be what's waited for all day long.
No, because they've got 150 people
policy.
else that are responding to their crap. But you know what? I might be the one person out of all those people that doesn't say, hey, dug that picture of you getting, cornholed that you just sent me. Here's a picture of something disgusting too. What do you think? We should get together. I mean, that would be the last approach that I would take. And thank God I didn't take that approach, because even though I made some very lighthearted jokes about it, I almost thought that I was going to get my, head ripped off for a second there, because I was joking around and, it was like, hey, I was just kidding. And I was, you know what I mean? It was just kidding around, but it was like, there's this offense, because even though you may be laughing about it, outwardly, inside you're embarrassed and you're thinking to yourself, who just screwed with me this bad? Why? Right? It's like, and if somebody can screw with me that bad and just be playing around, how bad could they screw with me if they really meant to?
They were serious about
if
it.
they were serious about it. If they were like, oh, I got it out for you. Yeah. Ouch. My butt is hurting so much worse now. Loretta, it's been real. Actually, I'm not even going to let you go because I don't have Tool on my side anymore. He's still on my tie. I haven't buried him yet. It's 9:54:29, and we are on the West Coast, Los Angeles, California. I would almost say the heart of, well, no, I'm not going to say that, actually. I'm going to put it on your coast, but I'm not going to say specifically where because that would just be far too obvious. But in the meantime, I want to say what's up to a couple people. Number one, Berserker, S.F.V, you the man. Thanks for the quality artwork, sir. I also want to give a quick shout out to my boy Clayton. Right here, you can see it on his shirt. Keep Clayton free. S.F.V. That is a I'm not even going to go there. For those of you who understand, you understand it. I'm not going to throw anything out there, but it is what it is. Keep Clayton free. And my boy Clayton, good luck to you, buddy. And, well, now I got a shirt to show for it. As I will, I'm sure, in the future, have somebody else's name on my shirt. Keep so-and-so free. It's been done before, and it will be done again, I'm sure. In the meantime, what's up, Hibby? And also I want to say what's up to Looney and Tool while you're out there. If you're listening, cool beans, man. In fact, speaking of beans, I'm hungry, dude. I'm going to come over after and raid my fridge. And only Loretta and a couple other people know what that means. But in the meantime, you know, I just need something to eat because I've been drinking for
You've
far
been
too
made
long.
me hungry
I've been
now.
talking for 3 fucking hours. I mean, literally, I haven't taken one commercial break. In fact, I haven't even gone pee. Who does that? It might sneak up on me, and I'd be like, "Ooh, I gotta go. And in the meantime, I'll try not to spill my drink all over the mixing board.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
That's a instantaneous firing. We've got nothing going on in the background. Selecta! Select some music for me. No, not that one. Yeah, that one's fine. Yeah. Ooh. Ooh. That's very nice. Wow, that's a little hectic. Let's try to slow it down. Let's try to keep it under 120 beeps per minute. It's a little too easy. Get some Mal. We're at the end of Mal's show. Let's at least have an ode to Mal, where we play something from the Revenge of the Nerds album. Because we all know that going hard. No, ain't no. I don't know. Play. What's that next one? I don't know. Play whatever. You know. Oh, Shady History. I don't know. And we're here in Studio Xi Radio. We're with Loretta, and I think actually I could kick off in the next 3 minutes, and nobody would even notice. I prefer to stay on, to be honest with you. I've got 2 minutes, to be honest with you. Counting down from now, 2 minutes. Loretta and I have been conversing on the reality of the human condition. And if you guys out there don't see it, I feel sorry for you, because if your eyes were open in any way, shape, or form, if you were actually invested in your own future, you would know. You'd pull your head up out of that sand, and you would see what there is to see, because it's there are things that only if you're really paying attention start to change slowly. That's what I'm getting at. Influence takes place over time. Real influence. The sort of things that turn you into the sort of person that you never thought you could be, for instance. Right?
Exactly.
You are compassionate human being one day. And the slow, insidious manipulation of your humanity takes place over the next few years. And before you know it, everything that you ever were is gone. You don't even exist on the level that you used to. One thing that I can confidently and securely say about myself is that had you known me when I was half my age now, say, right? Same guy. If anything, more immature. You know what I mean? It's almost like saying,
I know I am.
And it's not about growing up or not growing up. I mean, all of us have the same sort of desires that kind of connects us and drives humanity forward, because our own nature dictates that we desire certain things at certain times in our lives. we get the things that we have because our